Chief Minister Conrad Sangma today said that the government is only trying to regularize overall functioning of the judiciary, where the separation from the executive and the judiciary has taken place, and that there is no question of diluting or infringing into the judicial powers of the District Council.
Regarding the entire issue of the point that they mentioned about the CRPC, and clarifications were given to the District Council that there is no question of diluting or infringing into the powers of the judicial powers of the District Council, and that whatever steps are being taken right now and are being suggested by the government is only to regularize the overall functioning of the judiciary, where the separation of the executive from the judiciary has taken place. And the judiciary, the executive earlier used to take up cases, and that those powers were conferred, or they used to draw them from the 1937 Act. Once the judiciary and the executive was separated, the ADC judicial did not have the powers to continue, and hence the judicial magistrates came into being. And the fact that the judicial magistrates today are taking up cases, they have to be conferred power under some provisions. 1937 provisions were specific to the DCs, because that time in 37 there were only deputy commissioners. So the powers were conferred to the administrative, to the executive side, and there was no judiciary at that point in time. So hence the judicial magistrates will also have to draw powers from certain provisions in the constitution, and hence it is being suggested that it should be drawn from para 5. But while we say that, it's simply to ensure that the continuity of the judiciary in terms of now from the ADC judiciary to the judicial magistrates can happen in a smooth manner. That's the main purpose. But as I said, second part is there is no intention to dilute the powers of the District Council, and the provisions and the powers of the District Council are clearly mentioned in the Constitution and the 6th schedule. So there is no question of in any way diluting those powers. So those discussions were made, and the council members and their legal team have understood the concerns, and they have asked for 24 hours to 48 hours in which they will go through the entire points that were mentioned and discussed, and they will get back to us. And we're hopeful that we'll be able to take it to the logical conclusion.
KHAD CEM Tito Starwell Khan and GHAD Deputy CEM Nikman Marak maintained that the government should not dilute the powers of the District Council. They added that the councils have asked the government for 2 days to deliberate on the government's proposal to confer power to judicial magistrates and the proposal to extend CRPC and CPC in the entire state.
Our stand is our District Council court should not be diluted. The power which we got since the inception of the Constitution should not be diluted. We have a village court, district court, and we just applied in the district court the spirit of CRPC and CPC, not the letter. And in the village court, we don't apply the spirit of CRPC and CPC. So that should not be diluted, and we are in the same line with the KHDC and GHDC. It should not be diluted.
I'm the single long in Ipur Biangi, the council baru likely boasi ingin syong bagi legal expert itu ni penginsawan rap, tak kawai pada proposal ya kan.